Toyota. Yes, Toyota is getting played by its own dealerships. Yes, independent Toyota dealerships have officially ruined the Toyota brand. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at this days of supply graph for auto dealers. And as you can see, the national average is in green. Jaguar has the most days of supply at 130 plus days. And look at that, ladies and gents. The far left, Toyota, with less than 30 days of supply. Here's the thing. The low inventory isn't a mistake. It's a dealer strategy. You see, 5 of the world's 10 best-selling vehicles are Toyotas. Yes, half. You got the Toyota RAV4, you got the Corolla, the Camry, the beautiful new Tacoma, and the Toyota Corolla Cross. And with limited supply, well, Toyota dealers can charge higher than normal ADMs or additional dealer markups over MSRP because, well, there's such a huge demand for them, just like when I was single. Now, you know what's crazy is that dealers already make a profit selling cars at MSRP. Based on data from the National Automobile Dealer Association, the average gross profit margin on a new car sale for a dealership is roughly around 4%. Okay, so if we take a look at this graph, you can see the Toyota Motor Corp's average transaction price remains just above $40,000. So 4% of $40,000 is $1,600 gross profit, which, yeah, isn't a lot considering a dealer's overhead. But gotta remember, dealers make money in other ways, like selling you accessories and warranties. So ask for those chrome bumpers before you negotiate the final price. Because guess what? Those are marked up around 100%. Yeah, so if you get a $2,000 warranty, they're actually pocketing about $1,000. Guys, this is it, your last chance. This Bayside Blue GTR giveaway ends in just hours, and once it's gone, it is gone forever. Click the link, grab a shirt, grab a slap, or a quick entry pack, and you're gonna get 250x multiplier, the biggest we've ever offered. And right now, the odds are the best that they've ever been, and the shot at winning has never been higher. Don't let it slip, get entered today, and good skill.
Ideal Collective. Shop, buy, win.
Then financing your vehicle through them, which nets them a kickback from the bank that you financed through, and it's hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And manufacturer incentives. Yes, dealers receive bonuses from manufacturers for selling a certain volume of cars over a month or a quarter, or even a year. Toyota bases dealer allocations based on sales volume. So the more cars that a dealership sells, well, the more cars they get allocated from Toyota corporate. For some dealers, that works out. I mean, if you can sell the most Tacomas of anyone in the area, it can make sense to keep prices competitive, move more units, and focus on getting those incentives. But for other dealers, they're like, hell nah. They found they can make way more money by simply keeping their supply low and hiking prices thanks to perceived availability. While it's true, some of the more desirable models like the GR Corolla have been hard to get, though not impossible, and Toyota announced they weren't limiting production on them, most of Toyota's lineup is being produced at full capacity, meaning securing a new Prius, Camry, RAV4 should be no problem. I mean, new car sales are down, so it isn't a shock that the factories would be idled back just a bit to not overproduce. But if my insider sources are correct, which they usually are, well, that less than 30 days of inventory isn't because Toyota can't crank out enough cars, it's because dealers aren't ordering them. Yeah. Looking at Toyota's sales figures for last year, it's clear that even when people sort of stop buying cars, they just keep buying Toyotas. It's like the little engine that could. So it's not like they can't sell them. No, the artificially low inventory is purely a sales tactic for profit-driven dealerships. And with that, they get to wash, rinse, and repeat the sales cycle for the next $40,000 Toyota. So As you can see, gross profit on a new vehicle can be thousands of dollars more than just the difference between what they paid and what the customer paid on that new car. Now, if we back up a bit to what things looked like during the chip shortage, what do? Well, if you have the lowest supply and cars are flying off the lot at MSRP, you increase the prices, aka add an ADM. And this is what got Toyota dealers in very, very hot water because they had the lowest supply already and they could charge the most for even their most pedestrian cars like a Prius. It started off more harmless than it is today. I mean, supply was genuinely low, and when supply goes down and demand goes up, well, so does the price. Look, I'm not saying it was the right thing or even the ethical thing, but that's the world that we live in. Now, an ADM or additional dealer markup is an extra fee that a car dealership adds to the manufacturer's suggested retail price or MSRP of a new car like a Toyota Prius. When there is a high enough demand for a particular model, you can see the dealer adjustment of $8,000 to this Prius. Yeah, see that MSRP? It's the recommended selling price, aka what the manufacturer Toyota corporate believes is a fair price. That dealer adjustment is just pure profit. So napkin math. Using this example, a Toyota dealer would gross 4% on $36,994 or roughly $1,500 plus a couple grand for financing and warranties that they sell. Now, with that $8,000 markup, they make the $1,500 plus the $8,000 plus the couple of grand for financing and warranty, making their gross profit well over $10,000 on a freaking Prius. If you bought two, it'd be Prii, right? The Prius, folks, is an economy car. It is nothing special. It's not limited. It's an appliance to get you from point A to point Z. Okay, truthfully, the Prius is actually really good, but that is beside the point. Toyota sold roughly 35,000 of these in 2023, meaning dealers' gross profit was in the ballpark of, you can't make this up, $350 million of pure gross profit. And that's just for a Prius. Thinking about their super in-demand vehicles like the Tundra with an average ADM of $10,000 and with over $125,000 sold in the last year, that is $1.25 billion in gross profit for dealers who are independent of the Toyota Corporation. So the company that designs, engineers, and builds these cars with blood, sweat, and tears, Toyota, they see none of that profit. Now, I reached out to Toyota after I went to go look at a GR Corolla with an MSRP of under $40,000. And look at this out the door price. It was over $21,000 more. Yeah, $21,000 of pure profit. Now, this just didn't sit right in my stomach, and I spent a couple days on the toilet thinking about it, and I just wanted to get Toyota's take on these insane markups. And here's their response. They first apologized for the concerns with the vehicle pricing offered by Toyota dealers for their car. They believe it's in the best interest of Toyota customers, Toyota dealers, and the Toyota brand for customers to be able to purchase Toyota vehicles with full confidence in their buying experience, including the price that they pay and the value that they receive. They stated that they established an MSRP for each model that they offer, and Toyota dealers are independently owned, and they cannot mandate the actual retail price dealers sell their inventory. Now, this to me is the heartbreaking part. They spent decades earning the trust and confidence of Toyota customers and will continue to work diligently to help ensure that customers who purchase a Toyota retains confidence in Toyota and the more than 1,200 independent Toyota dealers. Well, unfortunately, those 1,200 greedy dealers are what ruined the party. I mean, up until the pandemic, Toyota dealers were the go-to place to shop for a new car, truck, or SUV. Yeah, I sound like an ad, but they just are at the top of their game for mid-tier quality cars. And yet, once the pandemic hit, every dealership was pretty much guilty of charging markups on limited edition vehicles. I mean, the new Civic Type R, which, yes, is an incredible car both in the looks and performance department, and I secretly kind of want one, was commanding an ADM of around $50,000. Yeah, can you believe it? We live in a world where you can spend $100,000 on a Civic. Insane. Or what about the Mercedes G-Wagon? Yes, definitely a statement piece, and well, for all those rich folks and actors and actresses and ball players. But yet, who the heck is going to spend $150,000 over MSRP for one? I mean, yeah, they only sell around 7,000 of them, so it is a low production vehicle. But still, even though asking that much over doesn't make it right, what about the Ford Raptors? Essentially a trophy truck with a license plate slapped on it. This thing is big, it's bold, and it is straight up badass. And they, what? They were getting marked up to almost $400,000? That has to be a typo, right? Regardless, these are all low sales volume vehicles, but when a Toyota store marks up their everyman Tundra, which is the 6th best-selling truck in the world, a full $10,000, you start scratching your cowboy hat. I mean, Toyota was the worst offender when it came to ADMs on regular vehicles, and the impact of these markups, whether or not you paid them, runs real deep. From a broader perspective, taking a step back, anyone looking to buy a run-of-the-mill Toyota product in the past couple of years perceived ADMs as unfair and exploitative. When you think of the brand Toyota, you think of, well, its quality and customer satisfaction, and ADMs contradict those core values. The people that paid over MSRP for their Prius or their Corolla will be the first to knock Toyota for high prices on a product that just doesn't feel like it was worth the price. Customer satisfaction, especially for the regular car space, is the biggest advantage a manufacturer can have. Don't get me wrong, Prius and Corolla are both great cars if you pay a fair price. But if you were to pay $50 for a burger and a fry, that better be the best meat pancake and fried potato combo that you have ever munched on. Because if it ain't, well, you'll leave unsatisfied. But paying $45,000 for a $37,000 Prius, which is what Toyota corporate thinks is a fair price, there is a very big chance the owner will have some sort of buyer's remorse sooner than later. So what this means is short term. The independent dealers are able to mark up pedestrian cars and special limited run cars and make an absolute killing. But we'll have to wait and see if those customers that overpaid over the past couple of years will return to buy a Toyota for their next vehicle, or if the greed of these dealers makes past loyal customers shift into a different manufacturer's comparable offering. I don't think it's necessarily fair these dealers get to choose whether or not they charge an ADM. It's honestly sad that a company that's tried so hard to simply build the best, longest lasting cars that they can is unintentionally leaving a sour taste in people's mouths, largely through no fault of their own. So what I've done, I've linked to a Google sheet that will show you all the dealerships in the USA and which ones don't charge an ADM. And as you can see, there's a lot more red in the price column than green, which are ones that charge ADMs. But you gotta know there are at least a few good indie Toyota dealers in each state. So if you're looking to buy a Toyota, I'd start with this list. What do you think of the ADMs? And you think Toyota and all OEMs should exercise more control over dealership pricing practices? Let us know in the comments below. And please like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell if you're new. And check out this ideal vid up here, or whatever YouTube recommends you watch next down here. I'm Brad, the Financial Cowboy. This is Ideal, and promise me one thing: keep living the ideal lifestyle.